Hello everyone, I Satish Kumar, lecturer in English in Suraj School, Mahendragarh. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic tenses. Okay, in my last two videos I taught you about the definition of tense. In definition of tense I taught you that if we really want to know that which tense is used in the sentence, then we should have proper knowledge of verbs. I mean to say that tense is that a form of verb which shows not only time of an action but also the state of an action. After that I taught you about kinds of tenses, and after that I taught you about the structure of present indefinite tense, and after that I taught you about how to add s or es. When any verb ends with double s, ch, sh, o, x, z, in that case we should add es. In next rule I taught you about when any verb ends with consonant plus y, we should change y into I and add es. When any verb ends with vowel plus y, in that case we should add only s. After that I taught you about that other remaining verbs we should add s. After that I taught you about the structure of present indefinite tense. Okay, this is the structure of simple sentence of present indefinite. Subject, main verb plus object, I mean to say that rest part of the sentence. This is the structure of interrogative sentence of present indefinite. Helping verbs, subject plus main verb plus object. After that you should mark interrogative mark. Okay, and this is the structure of interrogative sentence, interrogative plus negative sentence. Helping verb, subject, note, first form of verb, rest part of the sentence, interrogative mark. Okay, this is the structure of negative sentence: subject, helping verb, note, main verb, object. In negative sentence we should remember one thing, that we always try to write negative form note between helping verb and main verb. Okay, now in today's video I am going to tell you about uses of present indefinite tense. Now I am going to tell you about uses of present indefinite tense. This is the first use of present indefinite: to express a habitual action. We should use present indefinite tense to express a habitual action. Okay, there is an example which is related to habitual action. He goes to the temple daily. In this sentence you can easily find that habitual action is described. Okay, now in the second sentence, second rule, second use of present indefinite. This tense is often used with the words. This tense is often used with words like always, often, generally, usually, every day, etc. When we find any word from these words, always, often, generally, usually, everything, etc., in that case we should use present indefinite. Okay, to understand this rule in a better way, there is an example. He plays football every day. In this sentence you can easily find that every day is used. That's why we should use present indefinite in this sentence. He plays football. If I write I in place of he, then you should use only first form. Okay, I have already told you that when subject, he, she, it, any name, any singular thing in simple sentence, we should use first form plus s or es. Okay, but if we write I in place of he, we should use only first form of verb. Okay, now in the third rule, to express general truth, we should use present indefinite tense to express general truth, general habit. Okay, the earth moves around the sun. Okay, in this sentence you can easily find that This is a universal truth. The earth moves around the sun. That's why we should use present indefinite in this sentence. Okay. 2 and 2 makes 4. This is also a general truth. Okay. We should use present indefinite to express habitual action. We should use present indefinite with the words always, often, generally, usually, every day. And after that I taught you about we should use present indefinite to express general truth. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about present continuous tense. These are the helping verbs of present continuous: is, am, are along with first form plus ing. When you will find is along with first form plus ing, when you will find am along with first form plus ing, when you will find are along with first form plus ing, you can easily say that present continuous tense is used in this sentence. Okay. We should remember some general points regarding present continuous. When subject I, we should use am along with first form plus ing. When subject he, she, it, any name, we should use is along with first form plus ing. Okay. When subject you, we, they, are, we should use first form plus ing. Okay. When subject I, we should use am along with first form plus ing. When subject he, she, it, any name, we should use is plus first form plus ing. When subject you, we, they, are, we should use are plus first form plus ing. Okay. These are the general points regarding present continuous. Okay. These are some major points regarding present continuous tense. Okay. In my next video I will tell you about structure of present continuous. Okay. And after that I will tell you how to add ing along with first form plus ing. Okay. In today's video I taught you about usage of present indefinite tense, and after that some general points regarding present continuous, like when subject I, we, you, they, when subject I, we should use am, when subject he, she, it, any singular thing, any name, we should use is along with first form plus ing. When subject you, we, they, we should use are plus first form plus ing. Okay. That's all for today. Thanks and have a nice day. Okay.